What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today, I wanted to talk about recording, and I mean that in the most literal sense, as in how to get this program to record the signal that we are feeding into it. And I'm also going to assume that you have your rig set up, whether it's guitar, bass, drums, or what have you, to the correct input on your interface, routed to the correct input on the computer, to the correct track. So all you have to do is arm your track, press record, and bam, you are recording signal into your computer. You can press stop, go back, and listen to what you just recorded. And bam, you are recording signal into your computer. You can press stop again. These little buttons here move your playhead through the project. Now, that is the most inefficient way to actually record. That's just the basic way to do it. Now, what you should be doing is learning the hotkeys. Now, R is to record. You press R, and it's recording. You can press spacebar to stop, press enter or return to go back to the beginning, and then you can press spacebar to listen back to what you just did. You can press spacebar to stop. Now, spacebar kind of acts as play and stop at the same time. So that's kind of what you want to do. Now, to delete a track, you can press delete and enter or OK. I would always use the keyboard at any time I can instead of moving the mouse around. And even though it doesn't seem like a lot of time's being wasted, when you add all that up over the course of a few days of recording a song or something, it really does add up. So, but what I do instead of pressing delete and deleting the actual track, I will press Command Z. And Command Z is just undo or backstep. And if you press Shift Command Z, it'll go forward a step. So say you record a couple things, right? And you messed up, you want to go back. You can go back by pressing Command Z, and then you can press Shift Command Z and go forward. So be careful with that, though, because if you press Command Z and you undo and then you accidentally save, it might get stuck like that depending on what version of Logic you have and what computer you have. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and delete everything I just did, and I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks that I use when I record. My favorite one is going up to Customize Control Bar and Display. I right-click in this nowhere land right here, and I go to Set Punch In Punch Out Locator by Playhead. Make sure that this is clicked on. You can see up here it adds a couple features. Now, say I only want to record between measure 5 and measure 7 here, okay? I can go here and click in. I can go to measure 7 and click out. Now, it will only record this section. I can start as far back as I want. I can press record. Nothing's recording until it gets here. It'll record what I want it to record, and then it'll cut out. This is great for punching in and out. Of course, I mean, it's called the punch in, punch out by the Playhead, but punching in and out just like a small little guitar part, just like a little wrong note, or maybe the vocalist just didn't hit something correctly. You can really go in and just nitpick what you want to do, and it'll take care of that. Another way to select what you want is this little bar here. You can just drag however long or short you'd like to record. That's one tip. The other tip that I do, this is especially when I'm recording by myself or if I'm recording somebody who is taking a long time to record something. You can kind of select what you want to record with the well, they call it cycle range, but it's really just like a repeat bar or like a loop almost. So if you do this and you press play, it'll only play. Maybe I'll make it a little bit shorter here. It'll only play what you have looped over and over and over again. Now this works for recording too. So say you want to just record a couple measures, you can press record and it'll record that loop. But I don't let it go to the end there because it'll record over itself. What it kind of is good for is, okay, we're going to start at this part. I'm going to press record. Oh, he messed up. Command Z, press record again. I don't have to keep going back to this playhead and like adjusting where I want to record. Also, if you turn on here this little 1, 2, 3, 4 here, it's called count in. If you do a count in, what that means is that wherever you select, it'll start 4 measures before, and then it'll start recording. Now, if you do the combo here and you got the repeat on and you have the count in on, it'll count in 4 measures before your repeat, so you can start going. This is so helpful if you're recording by yourself, so that you don't have to go in and do everything. You just press R to record, start recording your gear right there, press spacebar to stop. Oh, I messed up. Command Z for undo, and I'm back in to record. So those are just a couple tips and tricks, how I record, how I keep it going fast. And once you get the hotkeys down, you will fly through this process. And it'll just make creating that much easier, because you're not worried about working the program. You're worried more about making good music and recording your parts correctly. So I try to cover everything. There's a lot to it. I hope this helped even a little bit. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.